Hi guys, when I crave chocolate cake but I don't want or need to make a big one, I always make the chocolate mug cake I'm about to show you. But it's so tasty, moist, and chocolatey that I always feel like eating a second serving later. So I'm going to show you how I make one serving in a mug and 2 servings as well. The ingredients are common and you probably already have them. It has no eggs, and in less than 5 minutes, you're going to have the best chocolate mug cake ever. These are the ingredients I'm going to use in the mug cake. Some of them are optional and others can be easily replaced. Chocolate Nesquick, cocoa powder, chocolate chips, all-purpose flour, avocado oil, white granulated sugar, a little salt, baking powder, and vanilla extract. And to make 1 serving of chocolate cake in a regular mug, I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I fill the tablespoon with flour and I level it with a butter knife. Half a tablespoon of white granulated sugar. You may use more, less, or totally omit it. You may also replace it with honey or your favorite sweetener. Now I'm going to add Nesquick, which is optional because it has sugar. But I like to use it because it makes it more flavorful. 1 tablespoon of Nesquick. 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Very little salt, like just a tiny little bit, just to enhance the chocolate flavor a little, but you may omit it. Mix it up. Good enough. Add 4 tablespoons of whole milk. You may replace the whole milk with almond milk, coconut milk, any milk you like. I like whole milk. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. 1 tablespoon of avocado oil or canola oil, coconut oil, even melted unsalted butter. But if you're going to use unsalted butter, use 1.5 tablespoons. So mix it and make sure you scrape the bottom of the mug. Mix everything. Now, at this point, you have a few options. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips. I'm going to put half of it in here and save the other half for the top. You can use Reese's chips, Heath's chocolate pieces, anything you like. Mix it up. And if you want it more chocolatey, you know what? I want it more chocolatey. I'm going to add the entire tablespoon of chocolate chips and then I'll add a little bit more on top. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm using milk chocolate chips, but you may use semi-sweet, may use nuts. You can put a dollop of peanut butter in here. You can put a dollop of Nutella. You can put a little coconut flakes, even a little bit of cinnamon in here. It'll be tasty too. I forgot to add more chocolate to the top, so I'm just going to drop a few chocolate chips on there. About 6 or 7 of them. And I'm going to microwave it for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Okay, it's done now, and I'm gonna let it stand in the microwave for 1 minute. The cake is really warm right now, and I'm gonna let it cool a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna show you how I make 2 servings of this deliciousness. Here I have 1 small Pyrex. I measured to see how much water I can put in, and I can put in 1 cup and 2/3 of water up until this line right here. Just so you have an idea of how big of a Pyrex this is. So I add 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour that I leveled with a knife. 1 tablespoon of white granulated sugar. 2 tablespoons of chocolate Nesquick. 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder that I also leveled. Like I said, I level everything. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. A little bit of salt, just a little pinch. And mix it up. If you want to sift the ingredients, it's fine, but I never do. It's just a couple of servings. Now we're ready for the wet ingredients. 1/3 of a cup of whole milk plus 2 tablespoons. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I think it's good to use vanilla extract because it adds more flavor to it. 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, or even applesauce if that's what you prefer to use. But if you're going to use unsalted butter, use melted butter and 4 tablespoons of it. Mix it up. You may prefer to whisk it, which is just fine. It actually works better than a spoon. I finished mixing it, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips to the batter. You may use more or less, or just omit it altogether. I'm going to scrape the sides to make it look pretty. I'm going to put a few more chocolate chips on top. They're going to sink, but it's no big deal. I can add more later too when it comes out of the microwave. I like it chocolatey. I'm going to microwave it for 2.5 minutes and let it stand in the microwave for 1 minute. So I'm going to show you how it turned out. I added some more chocolate chips to the top and microwaved it for another 10 seconds just to make it look better on a thumbnail because the chocolate chips sink in. And this is the 2-serving mug cake that I made in a Pyrex. Isn't it awesome? I did the same thing to this one. Added some more chocolate chips to it and microwaved it for another 10 seconds because they sunk in as well. I'm going to cut into them and show you how moist they are. Let's start with the 1-serving mug cake. Look at this. Are you ready? Seriously, look at this moist, soft, fluffy, chocolatey, delicious mug cake. Now, this one right here, which is just as good. So moist, look at that. It's like fluffy, chocolatey, awesome. Since I made chocolate mug cakes today, I thought I would introduce you to Betty, our chocolate Yorkie. She's a little camera shy, but she has appeared in some of my videos before. She's been smelling chocolate cake, so she's going crazy. Unfortunately, she cannot have any. Sorry, boo. I hope you make my recipe, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with whoever you think is going to like it, just like you do. And I placed a few links in the description of the video of some of the products that I used here today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cute girl.